Hello friends, I would like to show you our school. This is our school signboard. Inside of our school, friends, this is a solar school. You can see our solar.
Audio preview.
This is all beautiful. You can see the flowers. It's a green school. We would like to show you the computer lab. Hello teacher. Yes, this is the computer lab. You can see all the kids are learning different programs. So, hello Isanda, what are you doing?
I'm listening to
Yes. What would you like to say about Taj family?
Long live Taj family.
Hello. Yes. What would you like to?
Thank you, Mama Line for seed.
Yes, Mr. Hussain.
Mama Line, you are so kind.
I will support you and the Taj family, and we are proud to be working with you and also working under your leadership.
Audio preview.
Thank you so much.
Because of the Afghan war.
Oh yeah.
It's the most dangerous place in the world. And the kids get dropped off because their parents are getting killed from war. So you guys will come with me someday to that school. How's that sound? Travel to Pakistan for peace. Visit those kids that love you. And I'm sure they're praying for you today. Get your mind off. Okay, let's get these nurses in here. They're running late here. What's going on?
Hello and Assalamu alaikum. This is me, RJ Muhammad Hasnain. The only way to be safe from the spreading of coronavirus is to stay at homes, avoid social gatherings, and stay in distance of 1 meter. And also wash your hands again and again. Thank you.
इनको मैसेज कर दो, मैं चली गई हूँ।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
लाइव है, मैं हूँ स्टूडियो में। ये चल रहा है ना, ये हटाएगी, वो हॉस्पिटल में है ना, वो उसके बाद लैपटॉप में।
Hello, friends.
आ गए आ गए। अब तो प्रोग्राम आ ही नहीं रहा। अब कौन कर रहा है एमटीवी पे? हाँ, आने चाहिए, बुलाने चाहिए। वो उसमें उस वक्त उस टाइम पे टेलीविजन अपनी एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी समझ करता है कि ये टाइम बच्चों के लिए एकदम खास बच्चों के लिए पोस्ट किए जाते थे, जो है टेलीकास्ट किया जाता था। अब वो बहुत मशहूर भी हो गया।
Hi, friends. We love you. Fatima Aziz is coming. I'm gonna fix my girl's hair, brush her hair. I'm here in the hospital where Fatima's gonna come on, and God bless you all. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. Love your prayers. Love your light. Be all that you can be. torch peace today is going to be a beautiful day. We'll continue to move into all that we can. And we appreciate Fatima coming on. Miriam is coming. Miriam, we hope you come on. I'm going to let her host.
Yes, assalamu alaikum friends. Once again, we are here. Thank you so much. As you know, the peace conference is going on. The Taj family is celebrating the peace conference. It is very necessary for everyone. So today we will talk about how we will create peaceful world for everyone. Very first, we need to understand the importance of the peace and how we can create. Very first, we should try to solve our problem with a dialogue, talk to each other, and resolve the conflict. It helps us and listen to others, respect to the other opinion, ideas. So it helps us to create a strong bonding to each other, and it can have positive impact on the body. But it also necessary if you want to be peaceful world. So we have the peaceful mind. So it depends what is which type of the lifestyle we are continuing. If we are talk about the children, so sleeping is the very necessary to make them the peaceful. If the child will not take the proper sleep, definitely he is not feeling well, and he will be not able to. Okay, this is a wonderful time. We are talking about the peace right now in Karachi, and Maghrib Adhan is going on. The Adhan, it is a message of peace. Very beautiful message for the world. Maybe you can hear the sound of azan. And the founder of the Taj, Nalin Chitik, daughter now is not feeling well today. The surgery is going on, so she needs our love and prayers. Inshallah, she will get soon. We are praying lots of pray to her. Allah Subhanahu give her speedy recovery. Inshallah. So this is a beautiful time, Azan time. It's going on. Read this man. I'm just taking a small break because Azan is going on. Then we will continue. Allahu Akbar. Yes, Azan is done. So, what is my action and how I am creating when I am depressed, someone has hurt me, or we are facing some difficult challenges, difficult situations, the problems. So I'm just make myself cool down, taking a long break. So many things can help you down, cool down when you are in the you're not happy, you are full of anger, so you should take glass of water. If you are with your friend or village, you are having the yesterday we discussed Dr. Raja Pakistani, the guru of celebrity, and Dr. Sanjay and me share our experience, how much and how we can create the peace and how we can make our beautiful place. So my action is this thing. I am connecting my community people and talk to them. If and I'm observing there are the variety of the different community, so they are having some differences. So I'm talking with them. Okay, so what if we are different, but basically we are same. So we need to be respectful to each other, listen to each other. And we are playing together because we are the same community. We are living in the same place, so we are the same community. So we can play together, we can eat together. So nice doing that. We can so many things are similar. If not similar, so it doesn't matter. There is no need to be disrespect to each other. And I think so that is also the beauty of this diverse universe. We have the different culture, languages, beliefs. So if we know to each other, so it will be an amazing experience. If we are doing the same thing on a daily basis, so we will get bored. So this is so you know before couple of day my one student I'm talking. I'm not going. We are doing this because I'm not belong to this community. So what? It's not a bad thing. You can do. And nowadays I am facing. एक minute, let me. So हमें भी I'm going to invite the friends. Like me, let's look at I'm going to invite friends. Okay. Uh, hmm. So that's why in morning I need to close the window. Let me, let me close the window because there are so much light. Yes, night is better because the window is closed now. So Now it is better. Close the window. One peaceful one. It is a wonderful dream. There's so many people are working on it that this will be a no war, no the people living happily. They have all basic things. Then they will get the basic thing because if we are connecting to each other, we are uplifting to each other. To developed countries, the United States, Uni- to play their role wisely. If the two nations and the two countries have the political conflict, the third party will play the role in resolving the problem. It is the responsibility of the every government of government if they are facilitate if they are working to do the make the policies to how the common man person life become and actually the another mask is going on. In this time, what is the time? Inshallah, soon we will be. There are so, yeah. Yesterday we talked about the Nelson Mandela. How many people did a great job to create the peace, like Nelson Mandela, the great man, also the freedom fighter. And if we will be, get it, remove the unjust in the society. Definitely, in any society, in any country, there is the law and order situation is good, and the code and the judges doing their duty honestly. So definitely, their society going grow and grow and grow, and the people are satisfied with their government, with their laws, and they are following the law. There is no need to be the government make the rules and the constitutions. People will people will happily follow the rules and the if there is a justice. The basic thing is justice. If we are providing the justice to everyone, so definitely we will be able to create the peace. You know what is happening in Palestine and what is happening in the under so many other countries in Burma and in Afghanistan, what is happening. So now, now the war will stop. The development is going on. The people are happy. They are they are ready to build their country. So it is the responsibility of the other developed countries people are don't have home to live. There's so many children. The schools become destroyed. The houses are destroyed. The hospitals are destroyed. There are so many people who are homeless. The children is out of the school. So this is the situation. But there's so many people is taking this responsibility. They are providing the basic essential, basic education resources to them. And there's so many youngsters voluntarily provide the services. And you know, we need to create the volunteers team in the every area. So it help them to utilize the youngster energy in the positive way because of the corona. And if I'm talking about the developed underdeveloped countries like Pakistan is underdeveloped countries, I was talking about my community. So we need to enroll the more and the more children and the students and the youth and the Boy Scout or the Girl Scout and the Boy Scout is an international organization. The rules are very good. So if the people are enrolled in the scouting, so they get they they make them ready to themselves to do the work as volunteer, and they are trying to solve the little problems of the society. So this is an amazing thing. I don't know why the school are not focusing on it, but I am planning to the children of my community, the youth of my community. I am trying to enroll them in the Boy Scout Association. I am trying to connecting the people. So inshallah we will provide the training to our students and our children. This I am going to invite my another friend because I need the 10 minutes break because Azan and Maghrib is. Right? अबे यार जी जनाब. So 28th September for Lens it is. Coming to Pakistan. Now I'm the ambassador of the third family. So I'm trying to Malawi to take this responsibility. So जैसा भी मैंने आपको कहा, I'm talking to you that
I am trying to enroll the children and the youth in my community, people of my community in the Royal Scout Association. So then I have planned. So we will inshallah मेरा क्या plan है कि we will in my community if okay the proper garbage disposal. Today I am also coordinated the responsible and honest AMC officer. So he promised me to help me. Definitely, my first factor inshallah will be that I will be cleaning the area of surrounding of my school's ground here. I will be cleaning that area and in front of the ground there is an empty plot. So we will inshallah have planned to the land over there, urban forest over there. So if we will plantation more and more, so it's help clean the environment. If the environment is clean, without any pollution, without any toxic gases, so definitely directly impact on the health of the people. Integrated है the health, the environment, the peace. What is because the peace is what? The peace in surrounding you is and weather is clean, the environment is clean, so definitely your brain will become healthy and you will be able to think positively and you will be able to get the more energy and the more power to do the work and more in strength as well. So Janab, so this is my plan after the Idul and after it's also very important here those people who is participating in the sacrifice animals, so it is the responsibility of them to dump the remaining particles of the animals to call the TMC people who is providing the cleaning services. So don't throw it in the garbage spout because it is a very necessary to the remaining parts of the animals to done properly. If it is not done properly, the monsoon is going on. So it's create a great mess or it, it, it and it will be become the causes of the spread that disease. So it is necessary. So this is also I am creating the awareness among the people to take your responsibility, take the small actions to connect the responsible government officers, government institutions, make sure that taking the remaining particles of the animal and the dump the movable mobile guys, car is coming to car is coming in their area. So it is necessary. I don't know what is happening. One peaceful world. And today the topic is the one peaceful world, which is the basic need of everyone. My need, it's your need for everyone. Either you are living in Pakistan, either you are living in Sri Lanka, either you are living in India. The peace is the basic need of the human being. If we will successfully create the peaceful, one peaceful world, so, so definitely we will see how much the people work on their creative ideas, how much people express their thoughts beautifully, and how much they are working together, and how the how they are collectively doing the work beautifully. So this is the piece, and that is a wonderful and amazing thing. So I'm very thankful to the Thoughts family to take this responsibility and nominate me as the peace ambassador of the four areas, the health, and the tax, and the environment, and the peace. So inshallah, I don't know what is happening. My phone charging is going and oh my god. Okay, now. So this is the topic one peaceful world. What are your suggestions? What are your opinion, and what is your planning to create a one peaceful world? So please come and join us, the Thoughts family, and share your knowledge and opinions about to create a peaceful world. So I am your host Pakistan from Pakistan Karachi, and the peace ambassador of the Thoughts family, and your support, your cooperation, and your suggestions in how we can do this. So please let me know and come and join us and work together for this topic called One Peaceful World. So I will be very thankful to you, your thoughts, members, Praveen Patel, and other 40 members that come on kids that refer to Pakistan, and the Chakwan, and Kalash, 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 and the very smallest and the community in Pakistan, and having their own culture, their own language, their own different field, but they are amazing and they are beautiful. So let's begin and with their Parveen Patel. Okay, okay. Bulari, Bulari. Uh, let me invite. There is एक मिनट है ना हम जो है Parveen Patel is here. I'm going to invite. Thanks a lot. Invite guest. Let me. क्या हो रहा है? क्यों नहीं हो रहा? Add to screen. Add to screen. किया तो है मैंने जस्ट यार हमारे पास गेस्ट ही नहीं आ रहे हाँ ना बोला है नहीं one peaceful one come and join yes जी जनाब so one peaceful world हम अपने जो है काम इसमें अपने फ्रेंड को इनवाइट करें ज्वाइन चलें जनाब हम क्या करते हैं अपने फ्रेंड को इनवाइट करते हैं और हमने ये इसको आज वन पीसफुल वर्ल्ड के लिए हम जो हैं बुलाते हैं अपने फ्रेंड से। आप लोगों को मेरी आवाज़ the peace conference is going on. So anybody want to share your thoughts, your experience, your knowledge, and you can come and join me. And I'm very thankful the Thoughts family, such amazing family to create this amazing thing. So I'm very thankful. Okay, friends. So, Janab, what I'm saying, I just want to, yeah, every religion every culture have the some they are they are give the importance to the peace, or they believe on the peace. So we need to understand and to work together about the peace. And this is the Peace Conference 2021 to head the Torch family. The Torch is an organization who is working on the sustainable development, health, environment, technology, and environment. So the someone else here, yeah. एक minute, and I don't know what's happening. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. So, hello, assalamu alaikum, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can
Hello?
you hear me?
I can't. Please kindly unmute yourself.
Pardon?
Please unmute yourself.
I didn't quite hear you.
I don't know why. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's my pleasure, always. And I don't know if
Okay.
you heard what I said. I said assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Walaikum assalam.
Thank you.
Also, okay. So, as you know, okay, the Torch is celebrating the peace conference. So please now, it's the floor is here to share about the peace, how we can create the wonderful, peaceful world for everyone.
Well, we started what is called the Peace Lab. And lab stands for laboratory, like as in research and development and experimentation and everything like that, to find the missing link that hasn't been found, where when we find it, we will be able to have a great leap in having peace around the world, not just in some little places. So we're looking at it that way, but we're also looking at it as a labyrinth. And the most famous labyrinth in the world is the one in Chartres, which is a place just about 50 miles outside of Paris. And it's in the entrance to a cathedral called Notre Dame, which is in the honor of the Mother of Jesus. And at the entrance, you go into the cathedral and you walk this path. It's a circuitous path into a center. And then you stay there for a period of time, and then you walk back out that particular path.
Yeah.
By the time you get out, the mystics of the Middle Ages had created that design to make you feel like you had been to the Holy Land, where Moses was, where Jesus was, where Muhammad was risen up to Allah. So imagine not having to travel the 1,000 or so miles to Jerusalem and to all the other holy sites there, but to be able to experience that feeling, like as if you've been to Mecca. And then you're ready to experience God. You feel so peaceful because you're in that space. And so we want to be able to create that kind of a space on the planet where it's called peace in everything with peace. And this is the concept that when people think about it more and more, there's more peace. I'll give you an example. Just yesterday, I was on a call and somebody had gotten angry because they didn't think they were heard, and they were going off, and I just raised my hands like this, and I said, ouch, like as if I was hurt. I was hurt. My heart was hurt. And her heart was hurt. It felt bad. As soon as I did that, everybody stopped their fighting, so to speak, and they were able to pause, and I talked them into doing peace in everything with
Everything
peace,
is peace.
and to be able to think about the pain of the person who was being, quote, attacked verbally, and why that person had that pain. It was a horrible experience the woman went through when she was a child, but people didn't hear all of it. They just heard her what they call in Yiddish kvetching, which is it's sort of a bad word in English. It's called bitching, griping, complaining, all of this. And people don't want to have that. They don't want to hear that all the time. So when we stop and we pause and we focus our breath, then we have our heartbeat slow down, our brain waves slow down, and we get calmer. And this is actually why people meditate, to be able to be calm, to be able to actually listen to Allah. You look at the mystics, like, I don't know if you ever read Rumi or Hafez or Rabia is my favorite woman poet. She's fantastic. And, Kabir is another great one. He happens to be from India. He was revered by we Muslims as well as Hindus because of his great wisdom. And they wanted to be able to experience God, and they did something to do that. And we Muslims, every 5 times a day, we focus on God. And we can focus on God more by seeing God in each other and knowing that God dwells within us as us. So we should treat each other nicely, because if God's there, am I going to treat God badly? Oh, I hope not. So do you have any questions so far what I've said?
Yeah, sorry?
Do you have any questions about what
Yeah,
I've
you are saying, thank you so much. You are sharing this thing, and you're talking about that place where the Jewish and the Christians and going where the the prophet or Christians is born over there in Jerusalem. You are talking about, and it is a peaceful place. So
Yes, and so that's one simple kind of a practice that we've developed in the Peace Lab. There's meditation practices. We've looked at every aspect of life. So that means like economics. That means education. That means all the SDGs, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Yeah.
And we look at all the ways that we can prevent the problems to bring forth peace in everything, and everything with peace. So anybody who looks at othernetworks.org/peace_lab will be able to see that they can actually help contribute ideas. They'll see ideas in different areas of what we call the wheel of life, the wheel of peace. It's a co-creative way, because it's the people that are changing the world. It is not the governments. The governments seem to be going backwards. They are not taking care of all the people. In America, this supposedly land of the free and the home of the brave, and all this prosperity has so many homeless. We have more people in prisons than other countries in the world. And yet we have less than, about 3% of the population of the world? And yet we have more people in prison than any other country?
Yeah.
That is sad. We don't prevent the problems. We look at making people suffer for doing something wrong. Yet if you were like President Trump, this man that was our president before. His father never, ever cared about him except giving him money. He did not give his heart. He did not give time. He did not give what any boy or girl would want to have from a father. He was just focused on what he was focused on. Imagine being grown up in that. Imagine the pain that would make you feel. Imagine how you would become, maybe just like your father. And this is what so many people become. So when we teach people about parenting skills, being better parents, like there's a book that the title is so magical. It is so true to what this book talks about and offers you. It's called Nurturing with Love and Wisdom, Disciplining with Peace and Respect. So you don't discipline people like this, because when I was young, my father took off a belt and hit me on my backside, because that was what he learned from his father if I did something wrong. The most I did with my son, until I saw something, is I would clip his cheek. And that was just a little hurt. It's not a big thing. But when I approached him one time to do it, I saw him go like this. I saw this fear. And I thought, I don't want to give my son fear. I want to give him love. So I learned to give him more love, hold him, care for him, talk with him. And it was so much different. This book, Nurturing with Love and Wisdom, Disciplining with Peace and Respect by Diane Tillman, she has a program that she developed for schools. Reduces violence in schools or refugee camps by up to 90% within 2 years. Within 2 years, 90% reduction in violence? Holy cow. Let's bring this everywhere.
Yeah, Zabardast, amazing. Without any
So-
violence and without any fear, we brought up the children, either it is in school and either in any refugee camp. So this is amazing. Wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
So you are talking about the sustainable development. So please, would you like to explain this?
Well, the sustainable development goals are the ones I focus on. Like I do some consulting work with Rehan Alawala in regard to the SDG 4 and the SDG 16. 4 is on education, and 16 is on the peace. In education, the best models for education are using what is called biomimicry. You get kids to be working together at all different ages and collaborating on what you might call projects. Like, I'll give you an example. When I helped design a program at a school that had the biggest Latino gang in the San Fernando Valley, that has about 2 million people in it, we developed a physical education program that strengthened character, that had fun, and also had cooperative activities, had activities that taught people to be able to work together. One of the very first program was social skills, how to be able to greet each other. Now, Muslims will greet each other as Assalamu alaikum. In Korea, they go Annyeonghaseyo. They don't look at you. They look down at your feet if you're an adult. Annyeonghaseyo is a respectful way to say hello to an elder. If you were talking amongst your common people like yourself, people your age, you may say just Anyo, like hi. And so there's different ways to greet people. In India, they go namaste. So we teach them in America, you shake hands with a firm handshake, because people from Latin America, usually, I call it the dead fish handshake. They just stick their hand out and you sort of like go like this, but there's no squeeze. In America, you sort of squeeze the hand firmly and you look the person in the eye. And you say, hi, my name is Kurt Kruger. What's yours? And you would say your name and have a good handshake. It's just magical. it's we are so blessed to be able to know simple things that we can build on social skills. Now, can you just talk a minute? I have to read something that I just received. I have actually another call coming up in a short time. You want to respond to that?
Sorry.
I said, do you have any response to that?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Pardon?
Hello. I don't.
I didn't quite
understand.
hear you. Do you have any ideas about what I just brought up in regard to physical education? Because you're a teacher, right?
Yeah.
Well, how can you bring in collaborative activities into the classroom? I'm not sure what
Okay.
level.
Okay.
Yeah.
How I will be. So I am conducting the different, for example, celebration of the different days, like if the National Children Day or International Children Day, the Peace Day. So we are connecting the different activities. So students work together in a different groups. Last years before the COVID, I conduct this activity. So student very first initially they are bring the different ideas. Okay, we will make this. So I explained that the children day may you are express your thoughts. What do you want to be? To make the any card, give the captions. So they are working together in a different small group. Some students say I'm making alone my card. The some students say I'm working. I'm not making the card. I'm making the chart to explain about the children day, or I conducting the project activity. So project activity may student make the different models of any simple they are searching on the net. They are making the try to make the model different model, like the village model, the different factories models. And one student make the generator, where generator work with the help of the solar energy. The 10 student make this project, and my one student make the small car who is moving. You can say the artificial intelligence के idea पर he is working on it. So it's a simple model. He make the simple model, the car, or the car is moving. Or
Beautiful. You know,
so
one of the things that we did in physical education, besides having cooperative games and stuff, is we always had a unit or an activity that was in each of the grade levels to create a new game.
yeah.
Now, that means that we divided the whole class, because in physical education, they give us big classes. We have 70 people or whatever, or sometimes more, sometimes a bit less.
Yeah.
So we have all of these people in different, we call them pods, and they'll be sitting in circles when we come out to class and so on. And we would give each of these pods, sort of like people would call them squads, or there's different names for that. But there'd be 6 or 8 students in each of these teams. We would say, okay, you get to create a game. You have this equipment, this let's say ball or this racket or this whatever it might be, or you have this space and nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any tools, but you have this space to create a game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gave a ball out to this class and to each of the different teams, and by the end of the week, they had designed a game that a girl who was what they call a gangbanger. That means that she was in a gang and she would fight and do things outside of school, sometimes in school, but she would never ever stick her foot out. Like if you know soccer, it's called football.
I know.
If you know football, she would, if she's standing on the field supposed to play with her team, she wouldn't move her foot to a ball coming right near her. She wouldn't even try to step to a ball coming near her. But when she had been giving ideas of creating this game, contributing to this game, what did she do? She didn't stop playing. She loved it. They created a fantastic game. I don't want to tell you the design of it because let the kids do it. Let the kids create even a different game. And that's how, like, there's a game that is called Ultimate Frisbee. It was started by high school students. They've got world record holders. They've got international championships. They have Frisbee golf. There's all kinds of games that are being produced just because of a flying disc. And the first flying disc was called a Frisbee. That's why it was called Ultimate Frisbee, but we don't want to advertise the company's name necessarily. So, like, there's a book behind me, actually over here, that is about winning ways for living. And it gives tools to become better and better. And it gives you concentration tools. Like, you're a teacher. Have you ever taught any of your students how to concentrate? How to? Have you ever done that?
How
Have
to
you ever-
concentrate?
Yes. Have you ever been taught how to concentrate?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the technique they taught you how to concentrate?
Usually when I am conducting the class and the student is not starting of the class, I am set the goal and give the instruction. When I am raising the head, it means that everybody should respect to the speaker, whatever the speaker, the teacher is the speaker, the the member of the class, student are. If sometime it's happened that they are not, so if you are listening me, so give me the one clap. So like sometime I did this strategy if I'm working in the ground. So in the ground is the open area. Sometime the student are not listening me. So if you are listening me, so sit down. So if they are listening, so they are and whistle भी करती हूँ. Sometime different strategies I used to. और एक बात मैं कहती हूँ, I am used to sing the different rhymes. Listen to the teacher, clap your hand. So इस तरह का turn around. And usually I used to put your hand on the waist. ऐसे करवाती हूँ कि move around. Different strategies होती हैं. And I'm taking the news period. So I give the chance to all students. If you are listening, then I am giving the chance to express your thoughts or feelings. If you are not listening to me, so definitely you are allowed to go and leave my class. So just this.
Beautiful. Out in physical education with all these big classes, if the class was not paying so much attention and they were antsy or something, we would just clap our hands twice.
Yeah.
And the teachers, most of the PE teachers would count down from, one, down to this, so that everybody's eyes are supposed to be on you, their shoulders are square to you, and the mouth is closed. We know, we can see that. We don't know what's going on in the mind.
Yeah.
We don't give any other concentration technique, but there are concentration techniques. This is only active listening skills. That's all that is. It isn't a concentration technique. So the Karate Kid, I don't know if you've ever heard of a movie that was out in, 80s or somewhere like that. The Karate Kid movies showed in the second movie, they were so good they made a number of movies. This boy had to break through thick blocks of ice because of this challenge that he was given. And the sensei, the master of martial arts that he was his teacher, his name was Mr. Miyagi.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Are you ready?" And he sort of shook his head because he wasn't so focused. He says, "Concentrate." So what the kid did is put his hands together like this. And as he was breathing in, he raised his hands up, breathing in and out, breathing down. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and he was gazing. Now, when I have students that are going to do this, I ask them to close their eyes because it takes away another distraction. So you're more concentrated. And you simply do this, it slows your heart rate down because your breath is slowing down. And then when your heart rate slows down, your brain waves slow down. So you come into concentration. It's a psychosomatic practice that gets you concentrated. So that's a tool that I give to teachers. I've designed some programs for the Los Angeles Unified School District is the second largest in the country of America. And I designed programs for teaching teachers peak performance for academics and sports. So if you're a cricketer, you need to be able to have tools to get you to focus on the spin of that ball so you know which side it's going. You have to see that ball so well. And you also have to be able to be in that, what's called the zone. It's also called the flow. There's so many words for it. But your mind, when you are in that state of mind, you're performing the best. Same thing with the bowler. When the bowler is so focused, there's no hearing of the crowd. You get in that zone and you can spin that ball any which way you want, or make it go so fast that they can't even hit it, and so on. And you get the pins down. So it's the teachers need to be able to have tools for the students and bring them into creating things. So if you want, email me through successsystemsinternational.net. And when you do that, you'll be able to connect with me and ask me for some of those tools, or get, this book here, and look at the things that you can do even before you go to sleep at night. You can prepare for your next day to make the day flow easier. And in a classroom, when you are sitting there and the kids again are getting antsy, if you're under 11 years old or so, or 12 years old, and ages below that, every 15 minutes, stop the class, get up and do a cross crawl movement. Now, what does that look like? You can get up, let me show you, and lift your left knee to your right elbow as you breathe out, and as you stand up, you're breathing in. And you alternate. Simple thing like that. With the breathing, it takes you 15, 30 seconds of doing that, because after 15 minutes, the brain gets to be like jello. It doesn't move very well. But when you do this breathing exercise and the cross crawl movement, it actually opens the synapse between the left and right hemispheres of your brain, and it allows you to access your whole brain. Even not just the frontal cortex, but the midbrain or the mammalian brain and the reptilian brain. You're starting to open up so you have full activities functioning for them to learn and absorb the information better. There's so many tools, but whoever gets to learn them, this is peak performance practices. And anybody can learn. Anybody can. So
Yes. Actually, in this type of which techniques you tell me, so we have the yoga classes for the student. So my yoga, yeah, I usually try to do that my students not sit and taking spend the more time in the same position I'm used to. After 15 minutes I change the activity, or if they are like this, जैसे आपने कहा, you told me कि आपने after 15 minutes के बाद you give the task, you do this, like physically भी उनको change ताकि brain उनका active रहे. और my yoga teacher say कि आप एक one technique tell me, I'm going to show you, like you moving your hand like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, then up opposite. इस तरह से. So the student will learn to how to focus or his brain become fresh. So I am allowing them to go outside, so they will be get fresh. So this type of techniques I'm used to use. You understand Urdu?
I don't understand Urdu. I'm sorry. No, I can say a few words and then like shukriya.
Okay. That actually you are talking about the Rumi or you are telling about the different Sufi जो शोरा है ना. So
Yes.
I thought that you little bit understand Urdu.
Oh,
So
I wish
I'm
I
not.
did. I'd love to have read Rumi straight from his mouth, so to speak.
Yeah, Zabardast.
Yeah, I've listened to the Urdu repeated, and it's so magical. There was a beautiful presentation of Rumi's poetry by Coleman Barks in the National Cathedral in Washington D.C., and he did it one night with somebody doing some Sufi dancing in the background, and
Exactly.
somebody doing some drumming and so on. And it was an incredible program on New Year's Eve in this big cathedral. Yeah.
Okay. So because I'm not the good, I don't have the command on English, so sometimes I'm not explaining well कि मैं about my ideas or my thoughts. But I'm trying my level best. I don't know you are getting me or not. But
Well,
I am.
you do very, very well. I am one of these normal Americans. I hate to be called normal in that way, especially because there's very, very few people in America, unless they're immigrants, original immigrants, that knows more than one language. I'm and at an age, especially when I was raised in a poor town with a lot of people from mostly Mexico at that time, but now there's people from all over Latin America. But we had friends from a lot of places, and the Latinos, the people who spoke Spanish, would not speak Spanish with people that were white because they didn't want to feel that they were less than. They were trying to assimilate into the system. And sadly, some of them never learned their own home language. Mostly they did, but they didn't bring it onto their kids. So I never got a chance. I can pronounce Spanish very well, but I can't speak to you in Spanish. Otherwise, I'd love to be able to know another language. When I was in India, living 2 years there, I learned a bit of Hindi, but it's all lost because the last time I was in India was after the tsunami, and that was only for a month.
Oh, tsunami, yeah.
Yeah, I went down there with some affordable housing technology that could build a 500 square foot structure in 24 hours with 7 unskilled laborers, and it would withstand hurricane force winds and earthquakes. And we met up with the wrong people, and we got ripped off of the technology. So that happens sometimes, and inshallah. So,
Did you ever visit Pakistan?
no, the closest I got to Pakistan was what used to be called East Pakistan. I was actually hijacked to Bangladesh in 1977.
Acha, did you visit the Bangladesh?
Karachi or Ahmedabad or any place like that.
Did you visit the Bangladesh?
I did, yes. I flew into Dhaka on a hijacked airplane, and
You were in hijack plane.
yes, I was. The Japanese Red Army had taken over the plane, and they basically got $6 million and 8 people out of prison. They brought on $1 million, and I got off. I got off first because they thought I had a heart attack. I had gotten into the deepest state of meditation I'd ever been in at that time, and I had Kriyas, Pranayama, and Kumbhak. That means I had spontaneous movements of the body, looking like I'm having spasms. I was breathing irregularly, very fast, and so on. And then they took me out of my seat and threw me in the floor on the first class section, and I stopped breathing. And that's when the hijackers, gave me closed heart massage, nitroglycerin, oxygen, and a shot for a heart attack. So they tried to keep me alive, thank God, but I wasn't thinking at all until they gave me the shot and the pill. When they did that, that's when my mind started thinking. And I was thinking, is this bad for me? What will this do to me? And so I did some mental gymnastics at that time and made it so that, I saw what my mind was doing to me. I said, I'm being taken care of, inshallah. And I got off the plane. The very first place that I could go to was a mosque when I got off the plane. I was housed at a aid organization's house outside of Dhaka. And in the morning when I went to take a walk, because I'd been on the airplane for 26 hours, I wanted to get some movement in my body. And I saw this little mosque. It had housed maybe 6 people or 8 people at one time doing namaz. And what happened? I got to be able to pray and thank Allah for not only getting me off the plane, I also thanked him for getting everybody else off the plane safely. Ultimately, after 5 days, everybody was freed because they had gotten that money and they were able to get free in a country. The hijackers did. And it was just a magical experience. Allah granted that, thanking him before it even happened, to the people on that plane. Ultimately, everybody that hijacked that plane was either killed or were captured. And I was just interviewed about that. It's now almost 2 years ago, by the man who had interviewed me when I got off the plane. He was a very famous broadcaster. And now, what is he? He wanted to come over and interview the people that were still alive about their experience of this hijacking. It was his first broadcast when he joined Tokyo Television. And now he's one of the most famous broadcasters in Japan. So that was a little story of the hijacking. So I do have connection with Pakistan in some way. Yeah. Praveen, I see you're here. Are you coming aboard? Or because we seem to have lost our hostess. She may have to go off to another call, but we're going to have Mahima Anand come on at 7:00. And she's got something, Shifting Tides. And I'll let her introduce herself when she does come on. And I don't know if Praveen can put things on themes or brands or logos, but mine isn't on there, and I forget how to do that. But I'll have to be able to take over this show right now and make it so that we can learn more about getting to be peaceful. There's so many tools that anybody can have to be peaceful. I'll give you an example. Here's another one. How many people have been driving down the road and somebody cuts you off? God, I know when driving in the streets of Mumbai, these taxi drivers are crazy. And they miss you by inches. And you want to show them their IQ and yell and scream or something because they almost hit you. Instead of being upset, as soon as you start to get upset, instead, thump your thymus. Now, where's your thymus and what is it? If you put your hand at the base of your throat, just the finger right at the base of your throat, and you put your other finger in the very center of your chest, at the below your hand, 2 inches underneath there is an endocrine gland. It's called the thymus. And when you thump your thymus firmly, It stops the overproduction of adrenaline. You have adrenaline pumping to go off and fight or to run. That's the fight and flight response. Now, is adrenaline good for your body when you don't need it? No. It takes your body a lot of energy to get rid of it. So instead of wasting a lot of energy and time getting the adrenaline out of your body, you want to stop the overproduction of adrenaline because you don't need it. And then you can do a breathing practice. That thumping stills that production. The breathing stills the breathing, stills the heart rate, stills the brain waves. It calms you quickly. In India, they call it pranayama. It is a yogic practice. Yoga is not a religion. It is a useful tool to be able to be calmer, healthier, and so on. The yamas and the niyamas, the first two steps of Patanjali's yoga, are do this and don't do that. What are they? I'll let Praveen maybe talk about it, or maybe Mahima. I'm not going to get into the it's basically almost like the 10 Commandments of yoga. But yoga is not a religion, but it allows you to be all you can be. And if you have only one practice to do in yoga, there's only one asana that you can do, is the Surya Namaskar. Surya is sun, and Namaskar is greeting or saluting. You're greeting the sun. Are you worshiping the sun? Some people do. Muslims don't. We are not worshiping the sun. We are doing a practice because it was done in the morning and in the evening, sunrise and sunset. Why? Because it would not only stretch your body, it can give you an aerobic effect, and it tones all the internal organs of your body. Imagine when you do the different poses, you're squeezing your body at one time and you're stretching your body at another. When you stretch your body, you breathe in. When you bend your body forward, you breathe out. I give people a mantra: when you're breathing out, everything with peace, and peace in everything, everything with peace. So when you're bending back, you say peace in everything. Bending forward, everything with peace. You're doing the sun salutation, repeating that mantra. And it can be in any language, Urdu or Chinese or Spanish or whatever. But you bring that idea into your mind, into your body with each breath. And then you receive more of the benefits. The kidneys are toned, the liver is toned, the respiratory system is stimulated, the endocrine system is stimulated, your thymus, and so on. You are getting to be able to make it so you are going to be all you can be. So you don't have to join the army. You can, of course, if you want to, but I would never join a normal army. I would join a group that is bringing peace by building, like a very famous guy, I think in India, he's on the seal of India, Ashoka. He was a king that was a Maharaja. He was a king of kings because he captured all kinds of kingdoms. And one time he's in this battlefield and he sees these elephants that are dead on the field and these soldiers and this dead. Oh, it was so sad and depressing. And he had been learning a little bit of what the Buddha had taught. And guess what? He said, I'm not going to do this anymore. He used his army to build schools, to build roads, to build hospitals. For 2 generations, at least, I think it is. 2 generations of peace. Because he did something to bring peace. And we can do the same. When we focus on what we want, we get it. This is the reason we started the Peace Lab. The Peace Lab is so, so valuable to be able to participate in. You can participate in it. You get to be able to do something, to be able to make it so that we can be happy, healthy, and holy. When we see God in each other, when we know that God dwells within us as us, because where is not God? God is all powerful, God is all knowing, and God is omnipresent everywhere. There's nowhere that you can see that God is not. So when you see God in the plants, you only eat the plants that you need. You don't overeat. You don't waste. You live simply so others can simply live. You give what you can to others like a healthy human cell. And we get to flow with life. We get to flow with the love and light of the wisdom on our planet. And I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy that you're here. If you have any questions, maybe you can put them in the back. I'm going to have to look and see how to be able to see that. I'm not used to using StreamYard. I'm a person who uses another tool for communication. And if you want to get a hold of me, it's through Success Systems International successsystemsinternational.net. And you can also get a hold of me through the othernetworks.org/peace_lab for contacting me that way and contributing to the Peace Lab. You can contribute your wisdom. You can contribute your skills. Like right now, we are so new to the work, so to speak, that we haven't even cared to create a website. And if somebody's a web developer and would like to offer their skills, contact me directly through successsystemsinternational.net, and we can get to be able to have a website that has gifts of incredible abilities like learning sheets. Imagine beautiful little stories allow you to learn character development processes. Learn to understand why the most important thing that we can give is love. And that brings peace. And then that brings respect and responsibility and caring and compassion and all the values that anybody would like. We also have links to other organizations like the Donut Economics, where you can learn how to be able to build a company of compassion that is so successful because the laborers, the workers, are doing what we can do to be able to come alive and well and be doing what we can to be peak performers, to be able to have peace on earth, peace in everything, everything with peace. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat and we'll try to be able to answer them. Put in your email if you'd like, and we can get back in touch with you and make it so that you'll have an opportunity to be able to receive anything that you ask for that we're talking about. And then we can work a lot better together. Now, I'm not sure if Pravin is getting on. He should be getting on very soon. He's my buddy. He's the celebrity guru, but he always says, you're the celebrity. But you are. You're a gift of God. Imagine he put you on the planet for a reason, to bring your gifts forth. Now, somebody told me when I was young, in like second grade, that I was stupid in math. Guess what? That was a teacher. And because they were my teacher, I believed them. I'm supposed to believe my teacher. So did I try to succeed in math? No, I thought if I'm stupid in math, why try? So I didn't do well in math. Other subjects I could do well. I do have 3 college degrees. I have a PhD. I play happily daily. You can too. And when you play happily daily, we spread happiness. When we talk about happiness, like I will share happiness habits with you. I have a 1-page document and it has links to different ways to be happy. And it has links to even some TED Talks. And I've yet to do my TED Talk, but inshallah, I've been invited to give a TED Talk at TEDx Vail, Colorado is actually the only place I ever skied when I went to the University of Colorado. I did a somersault on skis once, and I came down with a person standing right there. Now, I had been a diver and swimmer in college. So I did the somersault like as if I was a diver. So I planted into the mogul, and the mogul was fresh. So there was fresh snow, and I didn't go any further. But there was a man that had just stood up. Thank God he stood up, because if he was bent over, my skis could have knocked his head off. I could have killed him. Or something that gave him a lot of pain. But we're looking at each other. He's only like this in front of me. And I didn't do a somersault again, but we got to ski down the hill safe. But those kind of things can bring us into a shocked state, which stops our mind, or we can get into a state of mind with no thoughts, totally at peace, like that shocked state does. But then afterwards, you start thinking of all the things that could have happened. And there's where the monkey mind comes in. And we don't have to be at the effect of a monkey mind. We can be at the effect of a peaceful mind, using the practices. Like if you lean forward like this and you have your hands out, you can go peace in everything, everything with peace. Just rocking back and forth, breathing in, peace in everything, breathing out, everything with peace. Peace in everything, everything with peace. Peace in everything, everything with peace. Just doing that a few times, how do you feel? And you notice that as an educator, I ask you to do the same thing I'm doing. Model what you want. When you want peace, when we want peace, we not only do peaceful things, we think peacefully, peace in everything, and everything with peace. We bring the peace forward and ask people to evolve with simple practices like this, simple rubbing of the hands like this. If you feel stressed out, we can rub our hands like this. And just rub like as if you have a little ball in it, a little marble in it. And you're just rubbing it around and around and around. Equal rubbing. One hand doesn't stay still, they both move. And it'll help calm you down. It'll help bring the energy into focus. I learned this from Ulf Sandström. He's a great soul from Sweden. I used to teach at Stockholm University and lived there for a period of time. Magical place, especially when you see the aurora borealis or the summers where the sun never sets. It's an amazing country with wonderful people, just like Every country has wonderful people. There's also bad people. They're everywhere too, but not as prevalent as good people. There are more good people and great people than the evil ones. And when we do good things and we treat each other with respect and love, that's spreading the goodness. Because I know people who have been severely abused. I told a story yesterday. It's a horrendous story coming from it's hard for me to talk about it in a way because it is so horrible. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission was something that functioned super well in South Africa because the indigenous people of South Africa, all the tribes of South Africa, not just the Zulus, the Xhosa, all the tribes of South Africa were abused, like all of them around the country, the continent, were abused by the invaders, by the colonizers, severely abused, some of them. Well, this one incident that happened was in front of this court of judges. And I'm doing this because I can use it. This woman is able to express what a man across the court did to her husband and son. He literally, in front of the woman, beat them to death. And then poured kerosene over them and burnt them to death. Burnt them even more. And the judge asked the woman, "What will bring you justice?" Now, this woman was in tune with God, with Allah. So in tune that she could say what she said. She says, "I want you to come to my house every month for a weekend so that I can give you the love I could not give my child and husband." The man melted, but as he's melting, he collapses to the ground. She says, "I want you to come with me to sweep up the ashes so that we can bury him." Forgiveness allowed her to be free and could allow a person to be released from what horrible experience that he was told to do. Or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was the ringleader of these evil people. No, the people are not evil. It's the way that people act that is evil. If God made you, they have a saying in India, Om Purnamada Purnamada Purnamudachate Purnasha Purnamudaya Purnamivavashishate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That is perfect. This is perfect. From the perfect comes the perfect, and all that remains is perfect. And what happens? We get more perfection when we focus on that. We could never, ever treat somebody like that guard, that soldier did, enforcing apartheid. I'm going to have to go silent right now. I don't know what to do with this. Maybe I could. Mahima. Not that way. I love you. I love you. I love you. We're going to do this breathing practice while I do this thing in the background, if you don't mind. I'm sorry for doing this, but it has to be done. Where's Mahima? She's not there. StreamYard. Do peace in everything, everything with peace. 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 We're going to have Mahima Anand on today. She's coming on momentarily. I'm sorry that we had this trouble with my connecting with her. God willing, she'll be able to get in the audience. Oh boy. Now, Mahima Anand is a person who's from New Delhi. She has an organization. There she is. Oh my! No, there's Praveen. Okay, we got to get Mahima on. I just, for some reason, I thought you were going to be on more today, and I've had to solo this for all this time, and yes.
Okay, so send the same link, the one which I sent it to you, Kurt, to Mahima, and
I just did, and she's asking, should I join now? And I said yes.
Sure, absolutely.
She'll be on.
I enjoyed your session with Fatima, Kurt. Kurt, and especially the story, the hijacking story, man. Wow, man, I never ever heard this kind of hijacking story in my life, man. So you're the real, life example of I've heard watch the movies or stuff like that, hijacking plane and stuff like that. But wow, man. So hats up to you, and thank you, Allah, God, or the celebrity creator for, making you alive, right now in front of at the torch of peace, man. Wow, man. To share this successful story.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is my teacher, Muktananda, always told me to apply what I had learned from him into life for everybody. And because I was a teacher and I taught either physical education or sports psychology or peak performance practices or whatever, then, it just kept on going and going. And now we have the Peace Lab and everything's flourishing with that. And we're going to be bringing on more and more peace.
Beautiful. I know you love TikTok, and I thank you for sharing the wisdom. I really appreciate. But I'm going to play with you the, that rapid fire round. How about that? Rapid fire round.
Well, I want to make sure that we get Mahima on right now.
Oh, yeah. So you send the link, right? So then just follow the steps, you know what I mean? And that's it. Yeah. From our side, we cannot do anything else, except sending this link, right? And just follow the steps. Simple.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that ends with a YI, I guess. Yeah.
So how did you love the session with Fatima, hosting you, and sharing, bringing out the story from you? What was your experience, from as the guest point of view, and bringing the story, the Fatima love to, flourishing the guest. So what was your takeout from that session, especially
I loved it because of the fact that she was a teacher, and so we got into it, how to be able to apply it into her schools and other things, and also any schools. And again, I've given programs for peak performance practices and for academics and sports to teachers all over Los Angeles Unified School District. And it was a salary point class, which means it was like a college credit class. And I've taught colleges and so on, and it works when you work it, so to speak.
Absolutely beautiful. And
Yeah.
whoever is watching Kurt and me, if you would love to join as a guest, man, this is the link. StreamYard.com/ some letters are there. I know, crazy letters. But if you go that one, little bit difficulty to go through that one. And then this is your opportunity to share this Torch Peace stage about peace. What is peace to you? Right? Because from person to person, definition or the feeling for the peace is different, right? So this is your opportunity. If you never ever shared the stage, this is your opportunity. If you never been to, never been asked about sharing your views about the peace, this is the link. This is your opportunity to explore yourself, and to share your experiences, like the way Kurt shared his experiences about hijacking. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, not with everybody's life this happens, right? But he shared it, right? You know what I mean? So he have to relive that again, that experience. I know, like, it's not everybody can do it, right? But yeah, Kurt has a brave heart. Kurt has such a great wisdom, as well as the golden platinum. What kind of heart, man, people are talking about is beyond this one, man. So that's why he went to that moment like X years ago, maybe decades ago, right? And he shared the story. Why? Because if something happened, like, for you, you have the like example, like, okay, if Kurt can do it, if Kurt can survive, man, from the hijacking, man, I can survive too, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, right, Kurt?
Yes, that's true. The thing about life is too many people have put, I would call, barriers or blinders on people. Education puts blinders on people because it's mostly geared toward the left brain. When we approach the whole brain, that includes the reptilian brain, the mammalian brain, and the new brain, and the left and right hemispheres. When we approach your whole body, your gut and your heart and your soul, and the spirit, of course, then what can't we do? The only picture in my book, Winning Ways for Living, is a picture that has a man lifting over 7,000 pounds. And he lifted it 3 out of 5 times after midnight. So what can't you do?
I see. I got you, brother. I got you. I have no idea what happened to the back office. There were so many logos, so many posters. Now what is nothing over there. That's surprising. You know what I mean? That's like surprising. Anyways.
For some reason, this says it's not letting her in.
Interesting. That's the link. That's the link. I just came in with the same link, right? You know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, I just copied the thing up at the top, the URL at the top, and that should do it, right?
Yeah. So just you send the link, right? Already you sent the link to our guest, right, Kurt?
Yeah. I'm going to do it once more.
Yeah, and just tell her to follow the steps, simple steps, right? Or go to YouTube, tell the guest, go to the YouTube and write down once and how to join StreamYard as a guest. So there will be the steps. If the guest is joining first time, maybe it's too much for that guest. So if there is somebody made a 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes video for that one, lots of people. So watch 1 or 2 videos, and then that guest will get it. That's another way, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's used to using that other platform, and
okay, then this is easy. Then if already using another, let us Zoom or this or that or whatnot, then this is compared to a piece of cake actually. So yeah, I was talking the person who never have any idea about this one going to any social media, like speaking platform. Then that's the way to go, like YouTube, and just write it down. But if she's been to different places, then yeah, this is must be easier for you for the guest. Yeah.
Let's see. Go ahead and speak while I do this.
Okay, sure. So this is TORCH. TORCH stands for TORCH. T, the organization for realizing change in humanity. One more time. TORCH. It's every letter has the meaning, right? T means the, O means organization, R means the organization, for there is no F in that one, so forget about that one. For, R for realizing, right? Realizing. C for change. Then in humanity, H for humanity. So this is the torch, right? Torch has 4 pillars. How many? If you're watching me right now, write down in the answer 4. I give you the ask the question. I also give you the answer. So if you're listening to me, just write down in the comment 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. How many pillars? 4 pillars. Peace. Okay, I'm going to stay one by one right now, saying one by one. Peace, health, environment, and technology. One more time. Peace, health, environment, and technology, right? And every 3 to 4 months, we are having annual conferences of that. So this year in 2021, we already finished the torch technology, right? Then around March, April, we finished torch environment. Now we are having the torch peace. Now one more annual event is happening in 2021. That will be torch health, maybe around November or December time, right? So, okay, this is the 4th year, 4th anniversary actually. In fact, this is the torch week. And on July the 16th, we are celebrating torch peace. This is the 4th anniversary of torch peace. Okay. Yay. Oh, Kurt is there. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You have to remove one Kurt, brother. Otherwise, you'll get disturbances. Yeah.
I'm getting out of here.
Okay. So, okay, there you go. Our guest is here. Our guest is here. Okay. So, send lots of hearts so I can share it, because I'm going to bring our guest, man. I know. And Kurt is going to introduce this guest, because Kurt knows this guest amazingly. So, are you ready, Kurt? Okay, there you are. Okay.
Mahima, I am so sorry that we went through all this.
No, you know, because I realized at some point that I had to log in and create an account on StreamYard. So I had to do that, because initially it didn't allow me. So I said, okay, because I don't have an account on StreamYard. So I said, okay, so I'll do that.
But now you
thank you for inviting me.
Well, I'm so honored to have you on board, because you're such a magical woman. You do such incredible work. This woman, she's living in New Delhi. This woman,
for your kind words.
Oh my God. Well, let me finish what I'm going to say. My goodness. I get excited when I see her. I mean, just look at her smile, just like you. You got 2 great Indians that are just, you can't stop smiling. And you got this crazy American.
I'm from India too, Mahima. So this guy, been to India too, you know that, right? She has so much love for India, Indian people, Indian mythology, especially spirituality.
Absolutely.
And I'm jealous about this guy, because this guy dated 2 Bollywood celebrity actress sisters, man. I'm jealous, man. Man. Give me one at least, man. You know what I mean? You have chance to take 2, man. Give me one, man. Come on, don't be selfish, man. Don't be selfish.
Mahima, you be quiet. I want to introduce Mahima.
Okay.
This woman, she's got a platform that allows people to be able to hear people that get to learn how to even heal people. She's a healer herself, of course, just like you are. We heal people on a lot of different levels. Some of us do it spiritually. Some of us do it physically. Some of us do it both ways. And some of us do it economically, because what is economics? It's part of life. And what is that? It's part of God. So we get to be able to bring into all aspects of life the heart, body, mind, soul, everything that is valuable. We only express that. And you can see by the smile of Mahima that it's so easy, because she's been doing it for so long. And she's been able to, because of that joy in her heart and her clarity and focus, she's been able to draw people from around the world onto her platform. And I'd love to have Mahima talk about her platform, as well as a little bit more about her life, because God, it's like, little bits and pieces come out from me and so on periodically, and people learn a little bit more about the craziness that I got to experience. And Mahima, please, What's your platform now? How did you get to be so peaceful in spreading this great stuff?
Well, I'm primarily a documentary filmmaker, but in my entire span of 20 odd years of my career as a filmmaker, I have changed so many genres in terms of started with fiction and I started with mainstream television. Somewhere I also felt that it was not satiating my soul. I felt that I was not justifying my existence on earth, by doing the kind of work I was doing. It was only sustaining me, well, whatever you earn out of the work you do can give you a good life, but can it give you a good, healthy soul? No. So that's what my search brought me to, and my seeking and my searching and my struggling, because and I'm sure you know that in India you grow up with so much conditioning. There are certain expectations, and especially from a girl, because a girl has to live according to the standards set by the society. She is not supposed to have a voice of her own. So I had to, not that I had any, I had lovely parents, lovely, and thankful, now both of them have left the physical world and they are in this thing, but beautiful parents. But then only parents do not carve out your destiny. It's the society at large which carve out your destiny. And I had to run away from that. I had to run away and somewhere carve out my own niche, carve out my own desire to be a certain person who could make a contribution on planet Earth. So when I decided to learn and when I decided to walk that path, the doors started opening up. And as the doors started opening up, I realized that my path would take me away from the mainstream commercial television and commercial work and take me on that road where I not only I'm learning myself, not only am I evolving with every project I do, I'm also able to disseminate good information to people through the tool I have been gifted with. And that tool which I was gifted with is camera, is media, is the audiovisual medium. And if one is able to write positive information and the knowledge and the wisdom, whatever the world entails, then I have justified the profession I'm in. And that, I think, really kind of defined me as a person. And I'm happy that I kind of followed my heart and I continue to do so. And I do the kind of work which only I feel which it can impact people, like even doing Shifting Tides and bringing Kurt on the show. I think he has made such a big difference to all the people, even if the numbers are not in thousands. Even if one interview impacts 10 people in the world, it has done its job. 10 people have been able to change the way they think, change the way they live, change the way, because they are going to have a ripple effect and going to change 10 more people. And those 20 are going to change 20 more. So that's what I feel, that even if the number is very small, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Every drop in the ocean matters. Every drop. So that's what I completely believe in the world. And of course, it has been a very trying journey. It has been a very challenging journey, because when you're going against the tide, you've got to meet the boulders. And I met many boulders, and I continue to meet boulders. I continue to fall, but then somewhere you do know that because you're doing the divine work and because you're doing God's work, He is going to pick you up and take you on the next step. It's His job, because
And
you are doing His job. Yeah, because you're doing His job. Yeah. Pardon?
And putting you in touch with great people to be able to further the evolution and the development.
Yeah.
So people hear it. It's like being a different flower.
Absolutely. And Kurt, I'm telling you, I have been so blessed. And I know that this is not my doing, the kind of people who come on the show. It's not my doing. I'm just a catalyst. I'm just a conduit. I've just given the platform to God. Now bring the people you want to be on that platform.
Yes.
So and the kind of people who are coming, it's beyond even my comprehension. It's beyond. I mean, in the sense, even Master Shah coming and agreeing to do 2 episodes. He was with me on an interview for 5 hours. What a privilege it was to be in his presence, to be able to have a one-on-one with him. So I just feel that it's God's presence, and it's just the way God functions, because that's how he works. That's how he works. He just picks up his soldiers, and if the soldier is ready to drop his own armament and own guns and actually do his work, he will guide them. Of course, he's going to give you pain. Of course, he's going to make you through, because he has to test you. He's got to test you that are you the right soldier for him? You know? So that's how Shifting Tides happens. And now, fortunately, the next step of Shifting Tides is that we are bringing a platform called Global Healing and Meditation, which we're doing in November this year. And we have a group of people from all over the world. I have an Indian, then I have a Brazilian, an African, an American on the platform. And we are trying to bring people from across the world to it's going to be a 5-day event, to come forward and bring in the alignment all creation of God has with the elements of nature. Because we have to be in complete synchronicity and harmony with whatever exists within us and around us. And only when that is created, there would be harmony. Otherwise, there is a misalignment and there is disharmony. And that's what's happening today. Because out of all the elements, our earth is wounded. And if the earth is wounded, obviously everyone else is going to be impacted by that. And that's what's happening right now. So how do we refurbish and bring back earth to its original form is what we are aiming to do. To bring all the light workers on one platform and absolutely ask them to share what their gift is with the rest of the world. So it could be sound therapy, it could be fire ceremony, it could be water element, it could be dancing, it could be drumming, it could be yoga, it could be meditation, it could be anything. But it's one platform, and we're going to have 3 hours every day running into 5 days. So 15 hours of work. So that's what we are working on. And again, it's a gift from high above. We have no role to play. We are only messengers. So that's a little.
We're good vehicles. That's the important thing, and it's in yoga, obviously we call that karma yoga, selfless service, and it's for people that are in other religions. Mother Teresa was a karma yogi. Same thing with Gandhiji and so many people. Like I met Wangari Maathai. She actually won the Nobel Peace Prize, and she was a karma yogin. And we can bring this kind of a message of the fullness of life and how the expression of God's creation allows us to really, when we focus on how incredible it is, how can we have anything other than peace? Why would we want to focus on this? And why spend money on things we don't want, like on nuclear weapons? Why do we need one that's going to be even bigger and worse? I mean, we can already blow up all the planet.
I'd like to bring up a point here, Kurt, that because we as humans haven't been able to do that, because we humans created boundaries of our own making, whether it is with religion or whether it is with countries or whether it's with countries fighting, warring with one another for years or years on end, because we did it as humans and we could not put a stop to it, the universe has done it. It has bambooed us big time and put us in the houses. And yes, exactly. And the whole world is under lockdown. What is that supposed to mean? We are supposed to get our lesson from here. And our lesson is that we are boundaryless, we are structureless, we are without any religion demarcations. We are all one, because what I'm suffering, you're suffering too. What you're suffering, even a person sitting in a slum area is suffering. And what that slum area is suffering, the same person who's sitting in a yacht of his own making is suffering. Everyone is suffering the same thing. What is that supposed to mean? It means that we are supposed to go beyond our boundaries. We are supposed to break our boundaries, whether it is created by wealth, economic, or religion, or whatever you may call it. All of us have been, all of us, it doesn't matter what our wardrobes contain. All of us have lived in pajamas for the last.
You're breaking up, at least on my end.
Yeah, from my end too also.
That we.
Yeah. As you were saying, I can't hear you now because you're frozen, but you were saying basically that there's no boundaries anymore because the COVID, this horrible disease, so to speak. But it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to make it so that we have this gestation period where when we come out of this time, basically in the cocoon, we are going to be able to fly. Why? Because we've set up structures like donut economics, like bringing forth more yoga and meditation, like bringing rehabilitation and so on.
Yep. So this is my learning of last one.
Just come back on and off again, it seems.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Can you hear us now? No? Well,
Can you hear me now, ma'am? Mahima? Oh.
Bummer. Well, we've been trying to be able to bring forth what you were talking about because
Kurt, I can't hear you.
Okay, well, I'll keep talking because at least it seems like everybody else can.
Come again, ma'am. Get out from the system and come again, ma'am. Okay, let me bring. Okay.
Maybe we can text her or something.
Okay, yeah. Can you text Mahima that come back again, please?
Okay.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Mahima is magical, man. Mahima is magical. Filmmaker, eh? Filmmaker. Wow. Yeah, so that's Mahima, guys, right? You heard Mahima, right? First time at the Torch platform. Of course, Kurt knew Mahima for so long. So when Kurt recommended, absolutely, like, yes. Okay, yes, absolutely. Yes, Fatima, you are right. Okay. Yes. So this is it, man. This is Torch platform is giving you the voice. Doesn't matter whatever the voice you would love to share, but this time this is a peace conference. So share your views about the peace. What is peace to you? How we can make the world a better place, so we can gift our next generation beautiful, peaceful world, right? Yes, Kurt. Did you? Okay, awesome.
She's out now, so we can actually communicate a little bit about what she was saying.
Right.
And basically, I look at it, any of these pandemics, if you look back in time, Marcus Aurelius was the emperor of Rome.
Welcome back, Mahima.
Yes, I'm just bringing up one of the points that you had, which is the pandemic closed everything down. Everybody's the same. We get to be able to gestate. We get to be like the chrysalis. We're these imaginal cells stuck inside, and we are spreading through and making this incredible butterfly. And right now we're getting stronger and stronger as we get more and more intentional, imaginal cells that are going to come out, and we're going to fly into a new reality. The new reality is like the Renaissance. There was a pandemic before the Renaissance. And the sad thing about that, though, and this is something that we get to be able to look at and be prepared for, is that when there was a Renaissance, there was also the Inquisition. The Inquisition was a horrible experience where Jews and Muslims were killed in all over Europe and so on. And the Catholic Church was horrendous at that time. It was infiltrated by the demonic forces, you might say. Just like some of these governments are being infiltrated, or just like some of these companies are that are just devouring things or just thinking of themselves, when they get to be into regenerative agriculture and they get to be able to be in donut economics or circular economics and so on, I'd love to turn everybody on to a master's degree program out of Ubiquity University. They have a program that's called Regenerative Action. How to take actions that will regenerate life. So it's not only political, it's also this way, it's also that way, and that way, and that way. And you get to be able to collaborate with others in the master's program rather than just doing it by yourself. So again, it's the new kind of an education instead of it's just about me, me, me. And when we collaborate, we bring forth so much better things. And when we get things, it frees us from any of the struggle. The new economics is coming forth. The future, I've been called a fitness futurist, and now I'm just a plain futurist instead of just fitness futurist. We have this in mind. It's a vision, and man without vision shall perish. That's in one of the world scriptures.
Yeah.
And because of the vision, we can achieve it. We've gotten to the moon because less than 1% of the people in the population in America was focused on getting to the moon. We not only got that, we got back. And then we had some of the people that went up there, like Edgar Mitchell, who formed IONS. IONS is an organization that does scientific work to be able to prove that when enough people meditate, there's a heart coherence. HeartMath is also another organization, and so on, that we are going to be able to have dramatic decreases in violence, dramatic decreases in suicides, better health, better well-being, and we're going to flourish and thrive instead of barely survive. But I want to listen to you, Mahima. We missed a lot about what you were saying, so feel free to give it a go.
No, it's fine. That's all I wanted to say, that, COVID this time of 1.5 years has taught us a very big lesson. And if we don't get it now, it's going to come back to us. It's going to come back hitting at us again. So if we have to now think large, we have to think as us, we have to think as we. There is no more I. There's no place for I anymore. There's no more place. So, like, there's an old African saying which says that if you're going towards success, hold another hand and take. Don't go alone. There's no point in going alone. There's no point in going alone anymore. It's all about getting together your skills, your respective resources, and creating a bigger one. And also, I think one of the things which is emerging now is that we are going back to where we started as a human civilization. We're going back to a barter system, because what I have, I give it to you and share with you. What you have, you give it to me, so that all of us don't have to do everything, and that way we are creating a community. We are creating a community of like-minded people. We're creating a community of people with whom we can actually evolve and grow and expand. And if you don't do that now, we are too late in the day, and we're just going to perish, like so many people are falling like pack of cards.
Well, the thing also is that we're in the sixth mass extinction that we had.
Exactly.
What's his name? Bruce Lipton on our program on the Peace Lab on Humanity Rising. And in this sixth extinction, when certain animals die, it affects a dramatic amount more animals. It's like when they brought back in the wolf into Yellowstone, the rivers even changed, the landscape changed, because bringing in this, what you might call a dominant animal, like the white lion in South Africa. The white lion is being brought back. to life and the land around it, because it is walking that land and doing what it does in that land. It is thriving more than the other game reserves surrounding that land. Even though there are other kinds of animals there, they don't thrive as much without that. Can you imagine India without an elephant? Oh
Absolutely.
my God.
Yeah. I agree.
I remember standing in the nice compost heaps with elephant stuff in it, and it's radiating heat. And the ashram, I mean, it flourished because we had all the kind of manure that was all natural, that was all organic, and the papayas grew huge, and so on and so forth. Mangoes, that's my fruit. It was fantastic.
I know. Yeah. This is the mango season in India. Well, it's going away.
Oh, I know. You got monsoon.
I love mangoes too.
Me too, man. I know during my childhood, man, I used to go with my friends and buddies, and brothers, to steal the mangoes, man, to climbing the mango tree, that, right? Mahima, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I still have lots of mangoes, man, in childhood, yeah, man.
Lots of mangoes.
Lots of,
We used to have so many.
It's
Even
fun,
now.
Man.
And there's so many varieties of those mangoes. Oh my God.
And we need to keep the variety. The variety is super important. In America, we hardly have any apples.
I know.
Variety of apples. To go to a market, you get maybe 3, at the most 5 different varieties. There used to be hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of apples. Some would be tart, some would be sweet, some would be this, some were soft, some were harder, and so on and so forth. Beautiful.
Apus, Langdo, Rajapuri, man, tons of varieties, right?
I know, yeah.
For the pickle, you need the Rajapuri, the big one, the hard one, big one, the green one, man, and Langdo, and for the sucking, for the sucking, man, then Langdo, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tota mangoes,
Totapur mangoes. Exactly.
So, Mahima, are you located in Delhi, or where are you located?
I am in Delhi now, but I've lived in Bombay most of the time. But I came to Delhi to take care of my parents. They were living here. And then I stayed put. They passed away, but then I stayed put here. So now I'm here. Now I'm in Delhi.
Oh, now you're in Delhi. Okay. So you said you are the filmmaker. So did you make like a movies or only the TV soaps, or what did you make? May I ask if you don't mind?
Earlier I used to do soaps for television because when I was in Bombay. But since I moved and shifted to spirituality and making spiritual documentaries, so these are documentaries, and most of the documentaries are for international networks. So
Beautiful.
I have. Yeah, because in India, as you know, though we have wealth of wisdom here, but there is no value to it. जैसे वो बोलते हैं ना घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर
हाँ जी
So it's
that's why Meera Nair and Shekhar Kapoor everything they migrated right? And then people go, oh my God, our Shekhar Kapoor made it, our Meera Nair made Earth movie and fire this and that, right? But where were you when Meera Nair was in India? You know what I mean? Like right?
But the point is that they don't regard and respect the huge scriptural knowledge, Vedic knowledge we have. So usually most of the films that I made based on Indian concepts, based on Indian ideas, were for Europe and America, usually. Most of them.
Beautiful. So what are your future projects, upcoming projects for international market?
See, before the pandemic happened last year, I had shot a promo in France, and it was called Le Moment, which means the moment. So it was based on people's transformative moment. The aha moment, they say. The aha moment.
Oh, beautiful.
And that aha moment changes their lives.
For sure.
It can be anything. So the promo was made. I made with an Italian person, a French person, and then my story, because my story happened at Banaras, at the Manikarnika Ghat.
Beautiful. I've been there, Banaras, during my honeymoon. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it was a promo I made, but then after that pandemic happened, and obviously the broadcasters were not doing anything, and you couldn't travel. So that's how Shifting Tides emerged. Shifting Tides, which is a TV series, which is the web series which I'm making,
beautiful.
which is where Kurt Kruger also appeared as a guest.
Oh, really? Oh, send
Yeah,
me that
yeah, yeah.
episode. Kurt, send me that episode. Mahima, send me that episode, man.
Yeah, sure. So, so now we are in season 2. We are in season 2. So each season has 10 people, 10 episodes. So we are in season 2. And then besides that, now we are working on this global healing and meditation.
Beautiful.
And so that's what I'm working on till the world opens up. Once the world opens up, then I definitely would like to do Le Moment, the film, because that film, because it is a very important message for the world. And the message is that don't stop and listen to the message you're getting from the divine, because that could be your transformation.
Beautiful.
So
I love that idea. I love that idea. That's one sentence itself says everything. How kind of project is gonna be. You know what I mean? Like, very fascinating.
Yeah, because like there is a very beautiful saying which I've used in the concept, and that is that only if a snake sheds its skin, how much ever painful it is to wriggle out of that skin, unless and until he goes through that pain of wriggling out of that skin, he's not going to be renewed.
Beautiful. Wow.
We have to wriggle out of our old skin. Only if we don't shed our old skin, if we don't shed it, we cannot even think of becoming the new person.
I love that metaphor. That metaphor. Like, the snake, getting rid of its skin.
Totally.
That's beautiful.
And that's why we have to understand that any transformation is very painful. Any transformation.
Yeah.
It can be a spiritual transformation, it can be a physical transformation, it can be a mental transformation. But transformation is painful. Is painful. And we have to have the resilience to be able to bear it and come out of it. Like even in Autobiography of a Yogi, Paramhans Yogananda says that. He says that only after the biggest destruction can a construction happen.
Wow. Powerful.
So destruction has to happen. It's a given. It has to happen. So that's what I want to make. I want to make that film. When? I leave it to God.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can I give a little coaching here right now? Because
yes.
I respect you guys so much, and know that your work is so valuable. Our work, I can't even say your, because it's our work. When we use words that put struggle in it, when we use words that, let's say a separation, like instead of this you, it's we kind of thing, when we use inclusive words and powerful and present words, it's not if, it's not have to, it's when, and we get to, and it is, and so on. And without this coaching, we can't refine our well-conditioned animal to be able to be the new us, to shed that old skin of those old words, and so on. And
thank you. Thank you, Kurt.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank God for that, Kurt. Yes.
Well, see, that's the beauty, is we're open to be able to evolve and do this, and this is what we get to model for everybody else. Yesterday, somebody blew up on a call that I was on.
Okay.
They got so upset. Now, this woman had been abused severely when she was a child, and she was not heard so well to her feeling. And so she was going off, and then another person wanted to go off at her because she was taking over and all that kind of stuff. And I just went like this. And I said, please, ouch. And I said, ouch. And it stopped their stuff. And they saw the hands up. Then I said, let's see about listening and feeling what's just coming on, and so on and so forth. We cut the negative force right then with a simple ouch. Like if you have somebody cut you off and you don't want to have too much overproduction of adrenaline, you thump your thymus and say, bless you, You bless the person who cut you off. You don't curse them because they're already bad enough, or they're maybe driving to the hospital or whatever. You bless them, and you stop that overproduction. Now, this ouch, stop the overproduction of what? Of anger.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
different kinds of breathing, of different kinds of heart pumping, and so on. And we bring it down and calm it down.
Yeah.
And this is how we get to help each other. And if I had not been on that call, again, we're guided to be where we are.
Mm-hmm.
We're guided to draw the people that we have to draw to us
True.
for, like I asked for somebody if they're interested or have the expertise to develop a website for us for the Peace Lab, because we have no website. And yet we've been producing things for Humanity Rising's platform and doing other work, but we have no website because I'm not an expert. I mean, I have a little website that's very primitive if you look at it. So we get to be able to have a website that's going to be first class. Why? Because the heart goes into it and the skills go into it. When we combine those two, my God, people are going to be attracted to it like moths to flames.
Yes, yes. I agree.
Or like us to mangoes.
I agree.
Anytime you get to a sweet tooth of a person, you got them.
Yes, I know. But how wonderful to be having this conversation. It's so uplifting and so empowering. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you.
Lynn Chittick is such a great soul. She developed this torch platform and a lot of the work that she does. And I so respect her. Her daughter's actually in the hospital, just had surgery this morning. Thank God she got through it. She had an accident and cracked some ribs or something like that. And so things are coming about well for her. So the love is still flying, a lot more free. And sometimes, like you said, there's a little pain here or what. And like, Toddy Blackstone. Toddy, she has so much pain in her feet. And I've worked, with Master Shah's work with her and had other people. And I've actually got to get a hold of the people, some of the masters like David and so on, and Portia, to be able to help work with her a little bit more and so on. But I mean, we do what we get to do, and it's all such a blessing.
Yes, I know. And Toddy is doing such phenomenal work. Her level of energy, her intent, and her love and her compassion is like oozing out of her. It's like she's an epitome of compassion. You can see that in her energy. She's amazing.
Share that with her. Share that simple thing, because she doesn't hear that enough. I mean, I'm in her ear a lot because she lives about 15 miles away from me. And I don't get to see him as much as I would like because of this lockdown.
So when you see her, please give her this message from me, that I see her as this pillar of strength and epitome of compassion. She's love personified. Tell her that.
Yes.
Tell her, please.
Yeah, I wanted to have her on, but she doesn't want to be on the screen. And it's sad, but she's also she's afraid of how she would look.
She looks so good.
Oh,
she
yeah.
looks so good. And she looked so lovely on my episode on Shifting Tides. She looked awesome, Oh, and tell her that, please.
Okay, I will. Yeah. We'll get things. We're getting things flowing. Also with the Frank Lloyd Wright's children, child and grandchild, they're all followed in his footsteps. We're going to have a program with them, with Eric, who's the last in the line. He's turning 90, on Humanity Rising, to show how architecture can blend in with nature, and will basically honor the Wrights, who were the most famous architect in the country. And just like Bijoy Jain, I guess, is a pretty famous architect in India. And I actually trained him for his swim in the English Channel. Bijoy was a great swimmer too. He swam in the English kind of faster than any other Asian.
Wow.
But, yeah, Anita too got me to train at the National Institute of Sports there at Patala. Things are just like all over the place.
Wow.
So,
okay, great. I need to now step away. I need to go and fix some dinner. So I will be.
That's what I miss is good Indian food. My favorite is Navratan Korma.
Navratan korma, yes, with lots of vegetables and lots of spice and lots of herbs.
Lots of spice.
Lots of
spice. I always ask for it hot, and then it comes hot for Americans, and I like hot for India.
Hot for Indians.
Yeah.
I can't take very hot food either, but my son loves the spices. He loves spices.
Yeah. Well, it actually cools you down in the summer.
Yeah. But I can't digest so much of spice. It's difficult. So anyway,
I still appreciate your coming and giving us your darshan. So just have a great
thank you. In fact, I just wanted to hear Dr. Praveen Patel and hear his story. I don't know anything about him. So very quickly, if you can introduce yourself, and then I will go.
Sure, Mahima. I'm Dr. PPP.
I've got to go, so I'll catch you later, alligator.
Okay, take care. Bye.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Yes, Mahima. I'm Dr. Praveen Prahlad Bhai Patel. Mother India's beautiful province, Gujarat, which gave Mahatma Gandhi and lots of celebrities. That Gujarat's a small village called Julashan, which gave NASA astronaut Sunita Williams. I'm coming from that village called Julashan. I studied medicine in India. And I came to Canada about 25 years ago. And here also I studied homeopathy, became a homeopathic doctor. And from Canada's biggest province, Ontario's, I'm the only certified doctor who's certified in psychology in homeopathy. I wrote only 7 books.
Only 7.
7. Out of these 7, only 2 became Canadian bestseller. Only 4 became international bestseller. Only 1 became Guinness World Record winner, and only 1 gave me the Celebrity Guru Award. That's it.
Wow.
Thank you. I ran about 13 marathons by God's grace and your blessings. Only 13. Last marathon, that was 1.5 marathon actually. 60. Usual marathon is 42 kilometer and 200 meter, 40 or 4.22 million centimeters. The last one was 62, so 1.5 marathon. Now that was happened July the 2nd, so in this month. And now July the 30th, I am going for 2.5 marathon. First time in my life. I never done 2.5.
Fantastic.
So that's our, And the Himalayas.
So
go ahead.
Where do you stay in America?
I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Oh, you're in Toronto.
I'm in Toronto, Canada, for the last 25 years, yes.
Okay.
And I'm the Himalayas Guru who's climbing the Himalayas by God's grace and your blessings.
Wow.
Again, same thing like your movie. I was planning to go by May 31st, 2020. And then, the blessings of COVID-19, right? The borders were closed, right, last year. So, But then, I came to this marathon called Mount Everest Marathon. So I ran that one, 62 kilometer, 1.5,
Excellent.
Thank you.
So,
how can I find you on Facebook? How can I find you? Because I didn't, Mahima Anand. There are lots of.
Yeah, so my spellings are MAHIEMA. Mahima Anand, and you will find that on Facebook.
Okay, Mahima Anand, that's the one. Subscribe.
That is my YouTube channel.
Okay, so Raji.
One second. No, let me show it to you.
Sure.
You can actually have me on Facebook. Add me on Facebook. This is my page on Facebook. This one.
Okay, so Mahima Anand, I put Mahima Anand, MAHIEMA.
Anand, ANAND.
ANAND, yes.
and the
Okay.
picture is of me having coffee.
Okay.
Show
So there
me.
are lots of now. So let me
The first
find.
one. The
Oh,
first
the
one.
first
The
one.
first one. Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. So I'm going to. I have 5,000 friends already and 1,000 are waiting. So first of all, I send the message. So we are connected with Facebook Messenger, and I'm going to
Okay.
pick somebody out, to let you in later on after our interview. So
Okay.
okay,
Perfect. Perfect.
perfect.
That will be nice.
And by
And
the way, also I was in a Hollywood movie as well as in Bollywood movies too. So if you need me in your
which
upcoming
one?
projects,
Which
the
one?
hero, the I mean the Priyanka Chopra's first movie, The Hero.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
but I was a background artist. Like out of the blue, just we went to meet like because Sunny Deol was there, in that movie.
Okay.
Also Kabir Bedi was there, so we was just to meet there. You know what I mean? And then they took over everybody's scene. So I don't know if it's still in the movie or not. I have no idea. I didn't watch that movie yet. Also in
Okay.
Hollywood also I worked with Hollywood series. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wow.
my wildest dream is to have my the celebrity guru movie, like 70 That's my wildest dream, because when I was a kid, Mahima, I saw my uncle. My uncle brought me to watch the Gujarati movie. In that movie, my uncle was in a 2 or 3 scene. One is like disco, one of the disco songs scene. One of the like when the actress died. You know what I mean? So behind those those dagus, behind those people. And so I said, man, my uncle is a little bit darker than me. If my uncle can, have it 2 scenes in 70 man, मैं तो पढ़ना चीर डालूंगा जब बड़ा होऊंगा तो पढ़ना चीर डालूंगा. You know what I mean? So that.
So when you're ready to make the Celebrity Guru film, I'll make it for you.
Oh my God!
I'll
Oh
make
my
it.
God! Oh my God! This is see. I've been see. Oh my God! See. This is it. This is it. So you got the hero. I got the director. Man, you know what I mean. We got the 8 billion people of audience. Man, you know what I mean. Let's make it happen. Let's make it
Yes.
happen.
We will make it
Oh my
happen.
gosh! Oh my
We
gosh!
will
You know
make
what
it
I mean.
happen.
I
Yeah.
I saw the light end of the tunnel. There is expression. There is for you, I'm the light. For me, you're the light. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
absolutely. Who knows?
किसको
Absolutely.
मालूम कहाँ पे क्या लिखा है?
Exactly,
We just
absolutely. Like, Kurt was so excited, man. Mahima, man. Mahima is bad, man. And like, man, yeah, man, I believe you, Kurt. You know what I mean? And this is Mahima. You know what I mean? Like, you are beyond what I imagine. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So Mahima, we will rock for sure. And definitely
definitely. We're
may God
definitely.
fulfill your dream. And enjoy
Thank
your. So, are you right now in Delhi, right? I believe.
Right now I'm in Delhi.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. And I wish you all the best for your upcoming movie too. And a friend of mine is having the annual International Peace Festival. So if you have a short movie, I can connect with him. So that's last September was the second annual. So if he's organizing third one, you know what I mean. So I'll let you know, connect with you, so you can send the short
Where is
movie.
it? Where is it?
So last year it was in September. I don't know this year's date yet, but if you are really serious, you know what I mean, I can connect with you. You know what I mean. And
I'll
you
be
can
happy.
Yeah,
I'll be
okay.
happy with it. Yeah, because I have been making documentaries also on related to demystifying a lot of beliefs we grow up in. Like I made a film with a German NGO on leprosy, because
wow.
we have been told that leprosy is a curse from God, but it's
Right.
not.
Not exactly.
It's not. Yeah. So I made a film on that. That can be submitted because that is really talking about inclusivity, including these people in our culture, in our life. And then I'm making a film right now on special children. That is again
wow.
about peace.
Beautiful.
So
Yeah. So choose best. You are the person with the heart person, peaceful person. You made have so many peaceful documentaries regarding connected with that point as the peace, right? So out of those work, you choose the best of the best. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Short film, and then I can make you connect with
Surely.
Absolutely. Yeah, because you deserve. Also, Toronto Film Festival is happening. You know what I mean? Your movie should be shown in Toronto Film Festival as well as the other film festivals too, right? You know what I mean?
That will be very nice. If you know people there or something, just feel free to put me
that
on to
one. Toronto Film Festival. Like this guy. If you know this one, oh man, which guy? Remember who made this movie with Shah Rukh Khan, the Uttar Pradesh guy? UP guy, those those are gang war kind of movie, like
Manoj,
Vasepur guy. Who is the director?
Ma-
Or you know what I mean?
Anurag,
Anurag
I
Kashyap,
think.
yeah, that's the one. So he always come, with any movie, at least one movie during that TIFF festival. So you have the connection, Anurag Kashyap, man. Then, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, because then he has the idea to bring how to qualify for Toronto International Film Festival. Because every year I see him coming, man. Yeah. So last year, 1 year he came with the Mukkebaz movie, right? Also, Amir came one with Dobby Ghat Amir, and also Guru movie was there. Abhishek Bachchan one Guru movie was there. But documentary kind of movies, there are more chances of documentary kind of movies rather than
Yeah,
full
yeah,
Bollywood kind of movies, because this kind of festivals, you know what I mean, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, because I don't know how to qualify in that one, but Anurag Kashyap, he did so many times, man. Almost every year he comes, you know what I mean? So if you
Yeah.
have connection with Anurag Kashyap, let him know, or you know what I mean? Because yeah, you did
Okay.
lots of work too. Yeah, so
Okay.
thank you so much again, Mahima. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
this
Thank
movie,
you.
if you, not if, like you're going to make the Celebrity Guru, I'm going to make sure, man, it's going to be hitting almost every film festival for sure. You know what I
Perfect.
mean? Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. We'll make it. We'll
Okay,
make
we'll
it
make it.
happen.
Take care. God bless you, and I love
God
you.
bless. God bless.
Bye,
God bless.
Mahima.
Bye.
You're the
Bye-bye.
best. And on
Bye-bye.
behalf of Torch, I'm the Torch ambassador from 2020 to 2021, like full 1 year. And this is our Torch 4th anniversary. So now we choose another person as the Torch one, right? So on behalf of Torch, because as you mentioned, as Kurt mentioned about our Torch founder, Mama Lynn, going through some
Yeah.
situation
Yeah.
from her daughter's side. So on behalf of Torch, I'm humbled, honored, privileged, blessed, and super excited to have you at the Torch piece,
I
and
will.
yeah,
Definitely.
take care. God bless
Definitely.
you.
God bless. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mahima.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, so that's Mahima. That's Mahima. See, filmmaker from India, man. And made so many TV series as well as uh, web series. And Kurt was also in that Mahima's web series, right? And this is it. See, this is the platform. Anything could happen as long as you are open, as long as you are willing to go extra mile. Because yes, Mahima said yes to share her heart in this total strange platform. Because for Mahima, Torch piece is totally strange. First time Mahima be in this stage, right? And that's why even I shared the link in the description. So click that link and join. You know what I mean? Okay, let me tell you. Let me share it one more time if I can. Mhm. Yeah, this is the link. Click that link, please, and join. That's it. I know there are some letters and numbers. So StreamYard.com is common, right? StreamYard.com. And then just memorize or write it down or take the picture of that one and then click it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. Right? So, yes. Still, I'm here. If you would love to share your voice about peace, what is peace to you? Right? Because this is towards peace annual conference from July 11th to July 17th. 7 long days. Yes. So feel free, join, and that's it. Feel free, join, and that's it. Like the way Kurt has joined her, Kurt shared her voice, his voice, right? The way Mahima came, and shared, Mahima said her voice, right? So this is your opportunity to share your voice, share your wisdom, because I know you are the creation of the celebrity creator, whatever the name you say, Rama, Buddha, Jaina, Allah, Jesus, Guru, right? And yeah, you are the creation of the best the celebrity creator, right? So you have something to share. You have greatness within you, in the words of Les Brown, if I tell you. Right? And if in my words, if I say like you have the celebrity within you. You have the celebrity within you. Bring it out, right? When the egg is broken from outside, life ends. Any egg, if that egg is broken from outside, man, life ends. But if the egg is broken from within, life begins, right? Life begins. So this is your opportunity to break within, right? So you can sail from sea of sameness to the island of individuality. Don't go for camel crossing. Know what I mean? Don't go for fit into the crowd. No, you are meant to be not camouflage. Let the animal camouflage because they have, they have to survive. Cat is eaten by the dog and dog is eaten by the another bigger animal like that. So they have to survive. That's why they have to camouflage. That's why God created that skin color such a way so they can camouflage with the environment, right? But for you, man, you are unique, man. You have the voice, man. You have the beautiful celebrity heart, man, which pumps about like 5 liters blood every minute, man. So imagine the biggest pump you have got. That's your heart, man. About 70 times, heartbeat happens in a minute, man. Imagine, man, right? Your mind, man. Your mind counts about like 60,000 thoughts in a day, 21,000 trillions calculations per second. That's the power of your mind, right? So imagine, like, you got a celebrity mind, man. You got a celebrity heart, man. If you combine all your arteries, veins, nerves, and capillaries, it's more than the circumference of the whole world, man. One more time. If you combine all your arteries, veins, and nerves, right, it's more than the circumference of the whole world, man. Yes, and talking about the world, yeah, this is my medal about Earth Hour, Earth Day Marathon, right? So this is it's more than the circumference of the whole world, man. That's many arteries, veins, and nerves you are having, created by the celebrity creator, God, Jesus, Allah, Rama, Buddha, and whatever the faith you believe, Vaheguru, right? So this is it, man. This is it, right? Send lots of hearts, wow, like and share it because you are caring. You are caring. You have the voice. You are the voice. You have the message. In fact, you are the message. You have the dream. You are the dream. Like Martin Luther King Jr. said, I got a dream, right? I got a dream that one day I'll do this. I got a dream that one day I'll do this. My expression is, you are the dream. You're not having the dream. You are the dream. When you become the dream man, then magic happens, things happens. Right? Then magic happens, things happens. You are the dream, right? Yeah. You are the celebrity, right? When you came in the womb, uterus of your own mom, there were 700 million sperm were ready to fertilize the egg ovum of your own mom. Out of 700 millions, you came as the celebrity. Yes, you are the celebrity. Then you became of 1 cell, 2 cell, 4 cells, and so forth. Now look at you. You are the powerhouse of multi-trillion cells. Yes, you are the celebrity. Yes. Okay, let me share this link so people can join and share their voice, right? So this is it, this is it, this is it. Yep. Okay. Okay, so who wanna join? I'm going to send you the link. Just write down in the comment yes, and I'm going to send you the link so you don't have to type. Just click that link, and just join. Right? Okay. I'm going to share it at my Facebook profile. So go to my profile, and just click that link so you will have opportunity to join as the guest right now. Okay, I'm sending this link, so feel free to join. Yes, yes. Have some patience. I'm sharing this link, so giving you the opportunity to become the speaker right now. Yes. So click that link, and join. If you are looking for the link, message me, and then I can send it to you personally. Sounds good? Yes. Okay. So this is it. I sent to lots of groups and lots of Facebook messengers. So if you didn't get it yet, send it to me. Message me so I can send it to you if you wanna join as a guest right now. So this is it now, because now is the present, right? Past is gone. Future, no, never, nobody's seen future. Now is called present, right? So yes, this is the present. Present is the amazing gift. So let's live in now, live in now, and then take the actions. Because when you add time, you lose. By Raymond Aaron, publisher of my first book. When you add time, you are wrong again. By Raymond Aaron, my publisher, New York Times bestseller. He's been to North Pole at age 62. Right now he's 76 and going strong, man. Yep. If you have any question, ask me any question, any topic. If I know the answer, I will share it. If I don't know the answer, I will say humbly, I don't know the answer. And if I know the person who might have the answer of a question, I can tell that person's name, or I can do my best to connect with that person, or I can take my time and find it out, and then get back to you. So anyway, it's a win-win situation, right? Yes, I would love to know what is peace to you, right? Peace, Santi, Yaman, kya hai, according to you? Because from person to person, the feeling of peace is different, right? Yes, in the dictionary, peace is definition, but those definitions are in the dictionary, and everybody has a different interpretation of the meaning of peace, or any word. Let's say I say God, right? God has a different meaning for you, and then different to somebody else. Because for somebody Allah is God, for somebody Jesus is God, for somebody Rama is God, or Buddha is God, or Jaina is God, right? And then those feelings behind those, why that person is, like Rama is the God, or for that person, why Jesus is the God, or for somebody, why Allah is God. You know what I mean? So everybody has the different story behind that, or different feelings behind that, right? So yeah, that's why in the school, let's say there are 100 students in the school, and one teacher teaches 100 students, same subject, same time, same energy, same effort, right? But so somebody gets number 1, somebody gets number 10, somebody gets number 30, and somebody gets fail. You know what I mean, right? Teacher is the same energy he gives to the all, same time he's putting, right? You know what I mean, for everybody. But somebody get number 1, and somebody fail, and somebody get number 15 or 30 or 20 or 10, right? Same thing like that, same metaphor. With any word, everybody has a different life experiences with that word, with the peace, or any word, in fact, you know what I mean? Right? So that's why there is vipassana. Vipassana means see things as it is. See things as it is. That's vipassana. Right? See things as it is. And there are 10 days course of Vipassana course, 10 days Vipassana course, right? There are lots of Vipassana places all over the world. All over the world there are, okay, somebody's asking me to join. Yes, so this is it, right? This is it. Take the link. If you don't have the link, message me, Facebook message me, and I will send the link right now for you to join as a guest right now, right? And share your voice, your feelings about peace. What is peace to you? Yes, this is Torch platform. This is Torch Peace event. This is the annual Torch Peace conference. It's a 1 week long conference, and the founder, Mama Lynn Chetak's daughter, is in hospital right now, getting the operation is happening. So please pray for that, because the founder of Mama Lynn, is at hospital with to take care of her daughter, right? So yeah, send the prayers for Mama Lynn's daughter, Princess. Okay. Yes. So this is it. This is it. If you love to join, feel free to join. Otherwise, we are already live today for 3 hours and 18 minutes. So more than enough. So I'm going to say bye bye to you and thanks for joining and wish you all the best. Take care. God bless you. Believe in your wildest dreams. Don't let anybody steal your dreams. Just do it now. If Trump can win, so can you. You're the celebrity day. You're the celebrity life. You are the celebrity.